Did you feel safe and secure as a child at school? Many of us did. Others have memories of insecurity, stress, anxiety, and questions about self-worth. The feeling of loneliness in a crowded playground. A recent survey of children from 7 to 9 years old in Waterloo region is surprising. It shows almost 80% admit fellow students are picked on because of their physical appearance or dress. These problems can distract children from learning and teachers from teaching. They can lead to poor grades and impair social and emotional development. Tools for Life is designed to build relationships. It's foundational and nurtures a school culture based on mutual respect. But does Tools for Life work? Let's find out.
Your parents' toolbox at home is probably used to fix cars and fix doors and fix locks and fix any kind of thing around the house. But Miss Brown's toolbox is used to fix problems.
Well, before the Tools for Life program, there was really nothing in place to deal with behavior, children who really had difficult time getting along with one another, problems on the playground were dealt with outside but never really dealt with, and I'd have angry children coming in.
Instead of just sitting down with myself and the students, I would turn it back to them and say, well, what tool have you tried? Did you try to solve it yourself? Did you try talking it out? Did you try walking away? Did you try ignoring? And when they say no, I just wanted to tell you, then I'll say no. That's the last thing you do, is come and tell the teachers.
For me, it was like a aha moment, and I said, finally, there's something that's usable. It's easy for teachers to use. It works, and it gives children the power to be the problem solvers of their own problems instead of constantly seeking adults to solve their problems for them.
It's certainly very powerful. Once the children really start to internalize it, it does free up the teacher to really get down to teaching.
Tools for Life provides schools with a common language. It's easy to learn, use, and remember. It teaches kids how to get in touch with their feelings and how to respect the feelings of others. It gives them a way to make friends and communicate effectively. And that's an ability they'll use all their lives. So what do other educators have to say about Tools for Life?
I think the children find the language that Tools for Life offers helpful in them, first of all, recognizing the feelings that they're dealing with, and that helps us as staff, as teachers, as principal, to work with them when they are working through problems, because then they can identify what their feelings are. They can express that to one another. We do have a highly multicultural population here at the school, and again, coming from different traditions, different ways of dealing with things, it's really helpful to have the common tools and language.
Apologize. And boys and girls, what does a Band-Aid do if we fall and hurt ourselves? What does the Band-Aid do for us? If you fall and scrape your knee and it's bleeding and it's sore and it hurts, does a Band-Aid help make it feel better? Stop the bleeding, stop the hurt? That's what an apology would do for somebody.
The program here, first and foremost, teaches the children to take responsibility for their own emotional health and take responsibility for their actions and their words, and to understand where their words are coming from, where their feelings are coming from, and that our actions are a reflection of our feelings. And so first of all, you have to understand yourself, and so that's the key of the program initially. And as the child gets older, then they begin to understand they can look outside of themselves to look at others and use those same tools to understand others and build empathy and compassion for others. What happens then is you build a really supportive community within the classroom. So students who are struggling with anger or depression or sadness have a support group in their own individual classroom, a little community of their own, who know how to ask the right questions, who know how to read the right signs, to know what to look on a face to build that empathy and that compassion. So you're building that peer group that's supportive. And then when they move to the next grade, those kids have the same skills, and so on through the school. So it sort of permeates the whole population of the school.
Tools for Life is getting the attention of the people who teach our teachers. Dr. Steve Sider is a career educator and a faculty member in the Bachelor of Education program here at Wilfrid Laurier University in Waterloo, Ontario.
Whether it's for the child with an exceptionality or for the child who's learning English as a second language or a third language, the visual representation of Tools for Life and the kinesthetic parts of it, I think, are wonderful for all those different groups. I think for the kids, they understand that I can pull this tool out or I can pull this tool out. One of the things that's been done nicely with the package is that there is kind of a consistent marketing of the different strategies you can use. So they're on the posters in the classroom, they're in the box, they're in the office, they're in the hallways, they're in the pieces of information that are communicated with home. So again, there's that whole idea that we're trying to be consistent and we're trying to involve all facets of that child's life with those tools. One of the things I'm hoping is that we can work in a way for all of our education graduates, our teacher education graduates, to have the training with the Tools for Life program. But the whole social dynamic as far as kids' interactions with each other, both positive and negative, is a really challenging area for new teachers, for all teachers, but for new teachers particularly, and making the connections with the families as well, because I know that Tools for Life is hoping to make that communication, that connection between family, school, community.
The parent had reported to a teacher that their son came home and shared the put-up lesson with the family. And she said it actually saved her marriage because her son was able to say, you know, Mom, you don't give Dad put-ups, and Dad, you don't give Mom put-ups. And a put-up is something that makes us feel good. It's something that a lot of us need. And to hear the impact of what that little boy in grade 1 could go home and do for his family was amazing.
It's about peacemaking. I like the idea of peacemaking, but I also like the idea of peacekeeping. And I think that Tools for Life gives strategies. It's not just about how to make peace, but it's how do you maintain those peaceful kinds of relationships and coexistences. It's also about it can help kids with the dynamics within their own families, with siblings, with their parents.
Tools for Life is designed to work simultaneously with children, teachers, and parents to develop kids who are civil, respectful of others, and have the resilience to cope with life's challenges. Caring, contributing citizens of a global community. It provides teachers with newfound freedom to do what they do best, and that's to teach.